information where. Going into Exodus, the 33rd chapter. Exodus chapter 33. And we're going to want you to please stand to your feet, and we're going to read one chapter. One verse. Exodus chapter 33. And then after we have read that one verse, then everyone can be seated. Exodus 33, verse number 9. Are you ready?
Amen.
Let's read. And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses. You can please be seated in the presence of the Lord. And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle. Who went with Moses? Was Aaron with him? Was the sons with him? Was Zipporah with Moses? Moses went in, or did Moses go by himself?
By himself.
So God was speaking to Moses. Moses, God had an appointment. Let me put it like this. Moses had an appointment with God.
Yes.
And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked it with Moses.
Amen.
And what I want to just leave with us, amen, not be before you long, in his presence.
Woo.
In his presence. Ain't that something? In his presence, not somebody else's presence, not no human presence, but in the presence of the Almighty God.
Yes.
Moses was in God's presence.
Yes.
The scripture, and it came to pass as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended. When Moses went in, God appeared.
Yes.
And that cloudy pillar, thank God for Jesus,
Amen.
and stood at the door of the tabernacle. The pillar, the cloudy pillar, God's presence, stood at that place. And the Lord talked it with Moses. Man, when the Lord spoke to Moses back in those days, man, you could not miss it. I don't see how Moses could miss anything what God was saying.
Amen.
Moses so tuned into the voice of God, I don't care whatever the devil tried to throw at him. He was so used to the original, the genuine voice of God.
That's right. That's right.
That Moses could not miss anything, because Moses was in God's presence.
Yes. Yes.
Let me just take us back just a little
Go
bit.
ahead. Go back.
And because the scripture tells us when God brought them from up out of Egypt,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and when God brought them out, then Moses went up to the mountaintop
That's right.
to talk to God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as Moses was talking to God,
Come on now.
the people decide that we don't know what's up about this Moses. rise up, Aaron, basically, and make us a God that we can worship. Y'all I don't know why is this man Moses, why he's gone so long. And I just take my time.
Go ahead, take your time.
So, as God dealt with Moses, and as Moses was on the mountaintop, and the Lord is dealing with Moses and the Ten Commandments and so forth, and Moses come down, and Joshua thought it was war that was happening, and Moses informed Joshua, no, this is not no majesty or basically someone overtaking someone. This is about joy. These people are worshiping, they are rejoicing in a God.
Yes.
Little G.
Give praise.
Y'all know the story. Moses get down there and see the people, and Moses got so upset. Moses broke the Ten Commandments. Aaron told the people to break off the earrings off your son and your daughters. Aaron said that the Bible says as he began to sculpture and make that golden calf, the people saw Aaron told him, said, basically the next day is going to be a day of feast, an offering unto God. And it seemed like God is all in that mess. God wasn't in that.
Not at all.
He wasn't in that at all. That's why so much false religion and deception that is taking place, because the people, they wasn't concerned about Aaron no more than man alone. As long as Aaron gave them what they wanted,
Right.
they was fine. I'm taking my time.
Go ahead.
Look at go to chapter 32, verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we know not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. This was the stuff that the Egyptians had. And these were the things that when they came from out of Egypt, they brought these things with them. And they began to, see, that's what some folks do. They take the things of the world and they start attaching it unto themselves. Come on up there, somebody. Egypt represents the world.
Yes.
God is a God of holiness.
Yes.
He wants to sanctify his church, the believers, and put it like that.
Amen.
But sometimes the world, the people acts like the world.
Come on.
And they want to think that God is in the midst of the filthiness of the flesh. And here you have Aaron, the high priest. They could have went to anyone, but they decided to go to Aaron.
Yes.
Look at verse number 4. And he, talking about Aaron, received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, These be the gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Oh, wow.
And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. Not only did he do that, he built an altar.
Come on.
He built an altar. I missed my place here.
5.
Verse 5.
And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. Ain't that something? Boy, that's dangerous. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offering and brought peace offering, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And the Lord said unto Moses, go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. This tabernacle is no different than where we at today. The four walls is basically is the tabernacle. The Bible even said that even with Nehemiah, amen, he stood up on a podium and he spoke to the people. We hear from God. And it's like the tabernacle, they call it also like the tabernacle of the congregation of the tabernacle. And where the priests will go in, or like I said, like Moses. Then Moses would come out what God has to say to direct the people. And when we start getting into an area of not listening to what the Spirit of God is saying, we get in trouble. Because God said, I believe in the New Testament, he said, don't worry about if they despise you. They didn't despise you, they despise him.
All right now.
Come on over there, somebody.
Amen.
I'm just taking my time.
Amen. But that's word right there.
But we're talking about in his presence.
Yes.
And Moses was in God's presence at this time.
Yes.
And God revealed to Moses of the corruption that was taking place in the camp.
Yes. Yes.
How would Moses know that except Moses was in touch with God?
Yeah,
Right,
amen.
that's right.
Ain't that right?
Amen.
In his presence.
Yes.
I'm talking about we in our gathering presence. I'm talking about in the presence of the Almighty Invisible God.
Thank you, Lord. Amen.
But when his tangible touch you, it's like that he's right beside you. You you talk to him, even though you may not see him, but the Spirit connects to him.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Oh, I'm gonna take my time.
Go ahead, Pastor.
Glory to
Take your
God.
time.
So Moses goes down, and Joshua, he's confounded. He don't know what's going on. He thought they was out there was a war broke out. But Moses tuned in with God, and the Lord told Moses what's happening. In his presence, Moses come down and see the chaotic deception and the immorality and all the drunkards and everything on the planet of the earth that people could come up with, they was performing.
Yes.
Go ahead, Pastor.
So when God began to bring a rod of correction, how dare the Israelites get upset with Moses? God was the one that was going to bring judgment on the people. And lots of folks got injured. Well, I ain't going to say got injured. Lots of them died.
Yeah.
And lots of them got injured.
Yeah.
Remember when the Lord told Moses, look at all the words, get that snake, that stick, people, the one that look up on it will be healed. Come on up there, somebody.
Amen.
Oh, I'll take my time.
Go ahead.
But in his presence, Moses, in the presence of God, and the people so dumbfounded, they weren't even tuned into God themselves because they knew. Because one thing is, Moses went up. They knew Moses was going up.
Yes.
He just been up there and talking too long. Would he forsook us? Would he decide to go another direction? What's wrong with this Moses? Moses in the presence of the Almighty God. See, when you get in the presence of the Almighty God, people, they tucked in somewhere.
That's true.
Come on, let's get real.
That is real. Yeah.
They be like, let's do this, let's do that. And you said, nah, I always got my time set aside for the Lord. Every time I talk to you, you always got time set aside for the Lord.
Amen.
Because everybody is not really seeking the presence of God.
All right.
Let's get real. Been in this long enough to speak reality and know what I'm talking about to validate.
Amen.
Everybody wasn't seeking God. If it was, why all those folks began to dance around and man, them jokers was doing everything they can do. Number one thing is all the words, build us a calves.
Yeah.
All the words that we can worship. So all of them was not seeking God. But the Lord will return.
Yes.
Yes, he will.
And people will see him as he is.
Yes, he
Ain't
is.
that right?
Hallelujah.
Ain't no time like trying to back up, oh Lord, give me a chance. No, the Lord said, now you in my presence now. You're in my presence. Like I said, I gave you time, I spoke. But you turned your radio off, your spiritual frequency. The only thing that you was tuned in was the governor of this world. But when you in God's presence, it's like the word of God. As of now, we in God's presence.
Yes.
Amen.
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 We are in his presence.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what people see. So lots of folks, could be, let's say, like we in his presence on Sunday, but when we leave during the weekday, how we living?
Come on.
Think about it. Are we still
Take your time.
hooking up with the cares of the world? Well, nobody sees me. God sees you.
God.
Sure do.
People sees you. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Like I said years ago, when we went out, man, I think we was in Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania, somewhere. We went out to this place, and we had this pastor came to the church years ago. Might have been during that year, but anyway, we came in relationship with the guy, and he did come to our church during that year, and then as within that year or that following year, he was with another woman. Had his arm around her. I thought it might have been a daughter or something like that. You got all these people, thousands of people, and we see like, hold on, hey there, man, how you doing? Trying to catch corner with him on the outside, man. They like I ain't even exist. And whoever this lady, I guess go to his wife now. She got he wanted to induce me to her. The lady kept on walking, got to the car, you're standing, and all the words basically, you gotta hurry up. One of those, however it wasn't this friendly stuff.
Right.
And see, and out of all that hiding,
Wow, God is
out of all those people,
Oh, yeah.
matter of fact, we went to the Sight and Sound. That's where it was. We went to the Sight and Sound. And that's what that place was, a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And all those folks, you come across someone you had at your church.
Come on.
Not with his wife, but someone else. I thought it was his daughter. I'm like, see, God sees everything.
Amen. All the time. Yep.
God sees everything. So all along, within that period of time, he married himself with this woman. Ain't that something?
That's something else.
But we're talking about in his presence.
in his presence.
Also in his presence is full of glory.
Yes.
Amen.
Now let's jump back over into that 33rd chapter of Exodus. And I'm going to pick up in verse number 10.
Yeah.
See, but the Lord was telling Moses that the people was a stiff-necked people. That's what he told Moses. And the Lord was going to wipe Israel off. We're going to take them out. And Moses said, no, Lord. All the words, you know, the Egyptians and all the other people going to think that you brought them up. You brought them out of Egypt, but now you brought them out just to kill them. Moses told the Lord, God, you need to repent.
Come on. Come on.
The Lord had a change of mind.
Yes.
Because he said, remember how you promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
How you going to give them the land, the seed. But God still dealt with Israel.
Yes.
Yes.
See, when you're in God's presence, every message is not going to feel comfortable to your flesh.
That's right.
Say so.
That's right.
Because people just want their flesh to be ministered to. If we want romper room, yeah, it's going to minister to your flesh to make you feel good. And that's what's going on with this world today. You'd be like wondering what, it's not actually wondering what they're preaching, but it's like, and some people you come across, it's like, you get some common scriptures, they ain't like they clueless about scripture.
Yeah.
It's like, you talk about, let's say John 3:16. Lots of folks know John 3:16.
Oh, yeah.
They clueless about John 3:16.
Quote it.
Or reciting scriptures or anything. They clueless. So basically, they are carnal-minded people. So what they're gonna comprehend is you gotta be talking about the regular clouds, birds, how are they, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about they understand things like that. You like, you're a Christian, you said you've been saved for all those years, and man, I don't know what Bible you've been reading. Or do you read the Bible? I'm almost in closing.
Take your time.
Take your
time.
So he said in verse number 11, and the Lord spake unto Moses face. Let's go to verse number 10. That's there was. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and done what?
Worship.
They worshipped it, every man in his tent door. When the presence of God came down while Moses was in the tabernacle, that cloudy pillar, the presence of God came down and the people visually saw it.
Hallelujah. Come on.
And they knew that God was in town.
Yes. Hallelujah.
They all bowed down in their tents, the Bible says.
Yes.
They reverenced the Almighty God.
Hallelujah.
God's presence. We have a time and day now, not every church, not everybody. I'm not putting everybody in what I'll be saying, but to put like a lot of folks don't even understand when the presence of God is in the house. The presence of God is moving, and He's dropping His anointing.
Yes. Come on.
Here, look around the true dome. You know what I'm saying? Like a rabbit or something. And God's presence be falling.
Yes.
But when you start understanding and recognizing when the power of God is coming, there's been a shift in the atmosphere.
Amen.
We should understand, like, hold on, God is moving. God is speaking.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
That's where everybody come into submission
Yes.
to His presence.
Amen.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And verse number 11, and the Lord spake unto Moses face to face,
There it is. Hallelujah.
as a man speaking unto his friend.
Yes.
And he turned again into the camp, but his servant Joshua the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. God speaking to this brother face to face. Moses, out of all those people, out of all was way smarter than Moses. But who did God call?
Moses.
He called Moses.
Right, Moses.
And I know good and well there was numerous of people well more intelligent than Moses.
Oh, yeah.
How many know you don't have to be intelligent for God to use you?
Yeah.
You understand now?
Go ahead.
You don't have to have degrees for God to use you.
Amen.
You don't have to be on CNN to be televised around the world for God to use you.
Amen.
You can be just like in a little church, just like some church out in the cornfield somewhere where you think nobody knows you.
Right. Go ahead.
God knows us.
Amen.
Amen. That's all that matters as long as God knows you
Yes.
and you know Him. He'll connect the dots.
Hallelujah.
Well, I'm going to take my time. We're talking in His presence.
Hallelujah.
In His presence.
Thank you.
Amen. Look at verse number 12.
Yes.
And Moses said unto the Lord, See, thou sayest unto me, bring up this people. Now, see, Moses, he's in his presence.
Yes.
Let me hold right there a little bit.
Yes.
Moses was in God's presence so severely. The Bible said that when Moses went up and Moses was in the presence of God for 40 days and 40 nights, Moses didn't even eat nor drink. When you are caught up, wrapped up in the presence of God, man, you forget about time.
Yes. Amen.
Because the Bible said when Moses came down from off the mountain, the people saw the face of Moses and it shone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So bright that the people were like, whoa. But Moses had to call the elders and the people and release to them what God was saying.
Amen.
And when Moses was finished, he would put the veil over and went on in. Ain't that right?
Amen.
So when God's Shekinah glory is manifested in someone's life,
Yes.
how many know the devil don't like it?
Amen.
Come on.
That's all right.
Come on.
Hallelujah.
Because in God's sight, see, when God's glory comes, it brings favor.
Yes.
And the enemy don't like favor on God's people. You know? Just like David. Saul was already set in position.
Yeah.
Saul is the one that's messed up, not David.
Amen.
David was just an innocent young man.
Innocent.
Jonathan is, even Saul's son, Jonathan even saw the presence of God, that God going to use David to be king.
Yes, sir.
Because he manifested. He said, here's the robe, here's the sword, here's this, here's that. Because he saw the Shekinah glory, he saw, and he was not jealous towards David.
Amen.
And David gave favor unto Mephibosheth. I guess that's his name, Mephibosheth. Don't go on the struggle with the nurse.
You said it right.
Mephibosheth. Something like that. But when David did came into kingship and all that, David, amen, he took care
Yes, he did.
of Jonathan boy.
Uh-huh.
So when God's presence, you in God's presence, when God have an assignment for you to do, it doesn't matter, amen, every demon in hell, I don't care how he manifests himself through people. How many know you got to, like I was talking about Wednesday night, speaking about, I mentioned about enemy and stuff like that. See, and I said, the one thing that we as a people, the Bible said, pray for your enemy.
Yes.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's not the person, it's the spirit that they're operating in.
Yes.
Come on up there, somebody. And you have to bind that spirit because God wants that soul of that person to him.
Amen.
And he's not looking for anyone to perish.
Amen.
Am I in his house?
Amen. Yes, you are.
In his presence. So, as you know that King Saul got so upset with David because he was jealous. God's presence is not going to have you jealous.
Amen.
Even though King Saul was a king. But he still operated in the wrong spirit. He operated in the spirit of deception.
Yes.
And here God still had his presence over David. Protected David all those years.
Yes.
Every time when Saul tried to throw a javelin, all the words, Lord already deleted that stuff.
Amen.
Saul was even the matter. The Bible said that the Lord was with David from that day forward.
Yes.
But we kick back to Moses. There's this man said he couldn't even talk right. You think the Lord said, okay, David, okay, Moses, I'm not going to use you because you do a lot of stammering. He said, you know what? Your brother's coming. All the words, I'm still going to use you.
Come on.
If I got to speak through your brother.
Amen. No excuse.
See, God has a people that are going to get in his presence, going to chase God after your heart to him. You're going to chase God. You're going to love God with your mind, soul, your strength, and everything that is in you.
Amen.
Glory God to God. Hallelujah. And he said, amen, in verse 12 once again, and Moses said unto the Lord, see, thou sayest unto me, bring up this people, and thou shalt not and thou shalt not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in my sight. Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people. And he said, my presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest.
Hallelujah.
God for his eye.
That's powerful.
Yeah, he said, my presence is with you.
Glory.
Man, ain't that something?
Yeah.
You know, when you get home by yourself and you start looking at things over, that scripture gonna come so much more alive.
Yes.
Because why? Because you now you tap into his presence.
Yes.
And the only thing the Lord said, I hear you. I'm coming down in the cloud. I'm gonna talk to you.
Come on now. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Glory be unto God. Ain't that something?
Yes.
When God's presence. He told Moses, he said, my presence. And that's what he said.
Yes, sir.
He said, and thy presence shall, my God, where are you going?
Verse 14.
14. He said, my presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. And he said unto him, if thy presence, this is Moses,
Come on.
go not with me, carry us